Hi, this is Muhammad Isdian Mutakin. 4 Steps Technology to Change Your Life. How are you doing? I'm glad to be here again to share with you new ideas to reach your success. About 2 days ago, I listened to an audio program called Personal Power 2. It is an about 30-day speech program delivered by Antony Robins. This is the second episode of his previous program, Personal Program. He made his program after spending 10 years researching, learning, and interviewing hundreds of people who make a difference in their life. Or in another word, they are leaders and experts who have reached higher standard of achievement above most of people in their field. Antony Robins himself is a really true example of a person who changed his life. And the most important thing that we have to do to make our life better is to make simple steps on daily basis and to start doing positive things in our daily life. You have to focus on things that you want to improve and start doing something on daily basis to make a little improvement every single day and for a long period of time. If you keep doing that simple step every day, your life will change dramatically. So the key is to drive your focus. Focus is power. It is like a samurai that you can use to cut anything you want. When you focus on your mind and potential, you can really cut almost every difficulties that you face. So the most successful people in the world are people who really focus on their field and do the discipline to make constant improvement in the field of their choice. All of us know Michael Jackson. Do you know what made him a superstar and becoming the king of pop? We know pretty sure it is because of his fantastic skill of singing and dancing. But as we know, he was not born knowing how to dance. He grew up loving to dance and he kept improving his dancing skill for a really long period of time. His style of dancing had improved significantly, which made all people in the world feeling amazed and excited to watch him dancing. That is not an accident nor a trick. That is the miracle of continuing and never-ending improvement. Now let's talk about what drives Antony Robins from being poor to be the most wanted self-help guru and living a life higher beyond his own wildest imagination. Here are 2 things that drove him: inspiration and desperation. Desperation can benefit you in many ways, just like Tony. When he was a child, he saw his father working so hard, but he was always broke and struggling financially. To provide food to his children is something difficult for his father, but his father was never give up, and he kept working hard to ensure that his children can eat and live properly. The most painful moment for Tony is when his father cannot buy food for his family, and finally some people from charity program come to their home and give away some food for the family. His father looked embarrassed, but he took the food because he and his family needed it. Tony felt terrible to see his father's situation. He then started thinking to make his own financial situation in the future better than the financial situation of his father. He didn't want to be trapped in the circle of financial struggle and poverty. He started searching what makes the difference in the life of people in the world. What makes a person more successful than others? What really drives people to do what they do? He read self-development books, he listened to audio tapes, he attended seminars, he asked many people, and he began to understand there is a pattern of all successful people that he can emulate and use to make his life better. Repetition is the mother of skills. The more he absorbed the information of how to be successful and rich, the better he is in his presentation and teaching about success. He then began to make a lot of money by teaching people how to be successful and how to change their life. By the time he was 19 years old, He has made $10,000 a month. It was a lot of money for him at that time. He was young and having a lot of money. This situation drove him to the dark age of his life. He spent so many time in his house doing nothing. He didn't drink too much alcohol or using drugs. He was just eating and eating and eating to the level that he made his body so fat. Then the inspiration came. A friend of him came to his home to see him, and he was amazed with Tony's situation. His friend then said, "This is not you, Tony. You want more than this. You have everything you need to make your life better than this. You know all things about success. You don't have to be like this. You should use your knowledge to change your life, not just knowing it and let your life distracted by your own bad habit." Tony began to realize that his life didn't work well at that time. He then started to think how to use all of the information he knows to change his own life. Because actually, knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power. It will only be power when it is used and directed wisely. Since then, Tony decided to act on a daily basis to improve the quality of his life, rather than only reading and searching the knowledge. He doesn't only understand the success principle, but he focuses his effort to apply those principles in his real life, and his life drastically changed. So what changes your life is not your knowledge, but your actions based on the true principles and philosophy. You may memorize all success principles in the world, but if you do not do anything, your life will never change. You have to invest wisdom in activities. Activities will start to bring miracles in your life by simply doing activities that is needed to do to reach your goals on a daily basis. Stop thinking and staring, but instead focusing on the activities. You will start to rise your personal power. Actions based on the right knowledge are the power, not the knowledge itself. Your action to change, that is the real definition of personal power. To help you to reach your own success, I have learned a formula that is called the Ultimate Success Formula. This is the technology that will rise your personal power, and it will help you to start building your own success in life, no matter your situation today or how high your dream may be. Step 1. You have to know your outcome. You have to be clear about the outcome you want. As you know that clarity is power, the more you are clear about the outcome, the more you will have motivation to get it. As Jim Rohn said, goals are promises, and to bring the promise you have to pay the price. The price is easy if the promise is clear. Do not let yourself living without knowing what outcome do you want. If you ask people, they usually don't know what they have to do to make their life better, because they do not know what outcome they want. So the first thing you have to make your life better, to bring success to your life, you have to decide what outcome do you want to produce. And having a list of outcomes are not the end of the story. You have to make it simple and clear enough so you can grab it easily. Step 2. You have to take actions and move toward your outcomes. After knowing what outcome do you want, you have to take action. Do whatever you can to move forward toward your goals. Jim Rohn also said, do what you can. Do not neglect any single action that you can do every day to make a progress. If you can read, read. If you can walk, walk. If you can find people who can help you, find people who can help you. Do everything that you can when you can do it. Make a decision that you will never live below your standard anymore. Start to force yourself to make constant progress on a daily basis. Face your fear. Every one of us have fear, and so what? Fear will not kill you. If you find things that fear you, do not run. It is not the solution. You can face it. If you want, things that you fear won't kill you. You just have to enjoy the fear and keep moving forward. Step 3. Be flexible in your strategies. When you do things to make your life better, you may find difficulties or you do not see the progress you want. Maybe you have to change your strategy. If one strategy doesn't work, try another one. If it doesn't work again, try another one. Flexibility is also power. Keep trying and keep changing until you succeed. Grab the power of flexibility. Step 4. Use the method of role modeling when you take actions. You can accelerate your potential by simply using the experience of experts who have done what you are going to do. You may learn from their mistakes as well as their successes. This will empower your mind, and it will make your actions easier because you have been told about things you have to do and things you have to avoid. When Tony was fat, he found people who have successfully lost fat. He then asked them how they did it, and finally he knew that what to do. He did what they have done and he lost his fat permanently. When Tony wants to get married, he asked a person who married a lovely wife. He asked him how to find such a woman and to marry her. He told him, and finally he does what that person does. And finally Tony got married with a woman of his dream. Tony always seeks role model to help him doing things that can make him reaching his goals. To change your life, the first thing you do is to change yourself. If you don't get the result you want, you can learn from your experience and start new actions. Don't feel fear anymore. Success is simple. Write down things that you want to do since long period of time, but you always procrastinate them. Stop to put it off. Do it right now. No way to fail. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe this channel, press like button and share this video to people you love.